Okay, you can start the live streaming. You can share your screen and all.
All right.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
I don't want to be too serious with this class. So at the end of it, the people who came to class who can be able to defend their results will graduate. Okay.
Yes. Um, can you see my screen?
Yes, I can see your screen now.
Okay. So we are going to continue from where we stopped yesterday. And
Yes.
yesterday I was explaining the types of data
I,
analysis.
I think you have not visualized it because I'm not seeing it well. I think I'm only seeing my picture. I don't know if you have shared your okay. I don't know if you have shared your screen. Okay.
That's what I said. I
Okay,
said
I'm
to you,
coming.
okay,
Okay, you can start. You can start. Okay.
okay. All right, good evening and welcome. I welcome every one of you to class today. I think this should be, is this Anita or who? Who is this person? You're welcome to class. So if you're in class yesterday, we stopped
I
at
think it's I think it's Abigail. Abigail is in class.
Abigail. Can you say hi?
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening,
Good
Abigail.
evening. I would like to
Good
hear.
evening, sir.
All right.
So where are you from? And your a brief summary about you.
Okay, I'm from Edo. I'm from Edo State. I work in Benin City.
Okay.
I'm a civil servant.
No problem. Thank you for joining. So the rest of them will come the class now. Okay. You can
All right.
start as Savior.
All right, sir. Once again, good evening. And we started the class yesterday. I was explaining the types of data analysis, and we stopped at, if you could remember clearly, I said there were four types of data analysis. We have the descriptive data analysis, we have the diagnostic data analysis, we have the predictive data analytics, we have, and finally, the prescriptive. And we stopped at the second one. Today we are going straight to the third one, which is the predictive analytics. The predictive data analysis, it talk of what is likely to happen. The question of what is likely to happen is being answered. Let me just go over what we did yesterday for the first two. The descriptive, we talked about, it answers the question what happened. The diagnostic analysis talk about why did why did this happen, that is why did what happened happen. So today we are talking about predictive analytics and talk about what is likely to happen. Now by the time you know why something happened, that is from the diagnostic analysis, you might go as far as predicting what is likely to happen next, given our knowledge of previous events. This predictive data analysis, it tries to answer the question what is likely to happen by using what we have heard, what we have observed in the previous occurrences. Now, I'd like to explain this thing as thus. So yesterday we're using a cooking scenario so that we can bring it home. Let's say it looks very familiar. What is very familiar to each and every one of us, especially the females. And one thing I've observed about mothers is this: mothers over time they try their best to they analyze their kitchen, or better still, they analyze their stores. They try to know the kind of um, the foodstuffs they have available. Maybe for the by the end of the month, they check what we have available. They try to analyze what is left. Can it take us in the next month? And are we going to be able to stay through the next month with what we have? Now, bringing that and into this, that's what predictive analytics simply does. It tries to check based on the information, sorry, not information yet, based on the data, based on the data, and yet, yes, even the information that it has gained, it tries to predict, it tries to assume, it tries to draw a kind of attention to what possibly can happen in the next period of time or in the next session. Now, the last of this is prescriptive analytics, prescriptive analysis. Now, now that you have had an idea of what is likely to happen, what you might want to also know is the best course of action to do. Now, this is what happens during prescriptive analysis. A question, what should be done, is being answered. The question, what should be done, is being answered. And then I would like us to understand that because we have already gotten information on the data that is available, we have tried our best to know what happened, to know what happened. We know why did what happened happen. Then we try to predict what is likely to happen within the next period of time. The next is to know what best can be done, either to avoid it from happening or to make it happen in favor of us. Now, I would like to explain this in stores. It's what my mom like doing a lot. So, usually, usually when we're on holiday, we're making use of the gas. So when it's about time to resume school, right? When it's about time to resume school, she knows very well that there's going to be a lot of school runs, a lot of cooking to do in the morning, early hours of the morning. So what she usually does is whether the gas has finished or not, they try to check the level of the gas if possible. Then whether it has finished or not, they try to kind of top it up. That is what is the best line of action to be done at that moment, is to top the gas up so that maybe we don't wake up on Monday morning to cook as early as 5 a.m. and go to prepare for school activities. Then eventually you just get to know that all the gas has already finished. That wouldn't be too nice and wouldn't be too good. So in prescriptive analytics, that's what usually happens. We try to predict the best line of action. It tries to predict the best line of action that could be possibly be done. And I would like us to also note that it's used most likely in large companies that are looking for advice. For example, their inventory or supply chain. Now, these companies that stores data and inventories, they do a lot of um they try their best to check the best line of action. And why do they do this? They do this so that they will be able to maximize their profit. They want to know the best line of action. They want to reduce the risk taking by this process of analytics. All right. So now we're going to look at the next thing we're going to look at is um just can you please just give me a second, Nora? You're welcome to class. Nora, you're welcome to class. Please, can you say or say hi before we continue?
Thank you. Good evening, sir.
Nora, good evening. How are you doing?
I'm doing very well, thank you.
Okay, just
Okay,
give us your
Nora, I would like to hear from you. Where are you from? Your summary about you, okay? Summary. I just need a summary about you, okay?
Okay, good evening. Good evening, everybody. My name is Nora Akabuobu. I stay in Port Harcourt and I'm a student of Unifort.
Okay, okay, no problem. So you can mute your mic and let our instructor to take yours, okay?
Thank you.
all right.
So
Thank you.
I want you guys to know. Okay, before Sabio, before you start, I want to talk to Abigail and Nora. If you want to ask question, kindly use the stickers. Like you raise up your hand, you can raise up your hand. You can clap if you feel like to clap. If you do not understand, you can use this, and also you can make use of the stickers. Okay. So I believe Nora and Abigail understand what I said.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Yes, yes, I do, sir.
All right. If that was properly understood, then we'll continue with the class. So, um, yesterday we talked on that different stuffs, and we're supposed to continue. This is week one. We talked on who is a data analyst, what are the necessary tools. All of these were treated yesterday. So, um, what I'd like us to take right now is data analysis as used in the health sector. We'll just explain this briefly. I will explain as used in other sectors as well before we dive into what we actually need for today. So data analysis plays a very crucial role in the Nigerian sector. It enables decision making, improves patient care, and enhance public health initiatives. Now, most of us have at one point or the other gone to the hospitals for various reasons. And I would like us to note also that um, as you go to hospitals, you give your data samples, you give your samples, you give in your data. Now, if a data analyst is in such an organization, they help to gather information, to gather data, and to help improve patient care based on previous occurrences. They help to improve patient care. Now, data analysis also help early detection and prevention of diseases based on the previous occurrences that have happened over the years. Those data analysts in the hospitals, they help to predict the likely occurrences that will take on or that will happen within a particular period of time, and they help to detect such things early and to also come out with useful information. They monitor health outcomes. Regular monitoring of health indicators allows for tracking and effectiveness of interventions and identifying areas of improvement. These are some of the areas that um, data analysis has been of great help in the health sector. It also helps in drug development and clinical trials. Yes, when data analysts have seen the previous occurrences in drug development and how they happened, where they are able to um, accelerate drug development and improve the efficiency of clinical trials. Next, we'll talk about data analysis in the financial industries. If you have seen, data analysis is used in the financial industries in different way. Now, one of the ways is risk management. Risk management. Here I wrote that for risk management, credit risk, analyzing loan application and customer data to assess the probability of default. Data analysis help to analyze the loan applicant and customers' data. Now, what do? As a customer, the data, the information you give into them, they try to checkmate and see, is this guy is he likely to pay back? And how do they do this? For instance, I'm a student. I cannot go to the bank that I want to go and loan, let's say, 1 billion naira, for instance. I can't go to loan that. Definitely, the bank will refuse to give me. And how are they able to gain such information? Because of the data I've given them. They know that I'm not working in any organization, I'm not working in any sphere that should make them be able to give me such an amount. So it helped them to reduce risk taking. Then I also like us to see the data analysis as used in marketing and industry. Data analysis plays a crucial role in marketing industry by helping marketers understand customers' behavior, preference, and trend, enabling them to develop more effective and personalized marketing strategies. Now, that's very key. A lot of these big companies, they do this a lot. So how do they do this? They are able to track on their customers. What product do these people need at a certain period of time? And what product are they most likely buying? So they are able to track their customers and they are able to know the trends and behavior and preferences of their customers. And this help them to develop more effective and personalized marketing strategies. They know which area that they can sell a particular product and it will help them to boost their sales more. For instance, if you are within a school area, you observe that there are a lot of, let's say, there are a lot of things that are connected to schoolwork. You find a lot of cyber cafes there within such areas because students do a lot of stuff, cafes, printing, typing, online registration and stuff like that. So they are able to, those people now are able to position their marketing strategies in such places. Then you also notice that there are eateries, all these even big eateries and small eateries, they are very close to school. Students eat, when they go to school they have to feed and all stuff like that. So it helped them. So as a result of data analysis, we are able to do that effectively. I believe we are all following. I believe we are all following. So this is where we are now, data science workflow. This is where we are. We're going to be talking about what is data monging, data wrangling, and cleaning. What and then how do they differ from each other? What are the differences? Then we'll talk about what is Python, how is it better than other data analysis model. So this is what we're going to be treating tonight. So Nora, between Nora and Abigail, I don't know which of you is making use of your laptop for this class because I want one of you to share your screens with us as we go to the next stage. Which of you is using your laptops?
I'm actually using my phone at the moment, except you
Okay,
want me to connect to my laptop. But I'm using my phone currently.
okay, that's fine. Nora, how about you? Is Nora in class?
Sorry, sir, I'm not able to use my laptop because it needs light to work and currently don't have light.
All right, no issue, no issue. Laptop or no laptops, let's continue. So now, this question is very easy for us to know. What is data? What is data? Anybody can answer. I don't think that's a question that should take any of us moment of time. What is data? Just give me a second. I want to share a new tab with us. So somebody can read this out for us and possibly explain it. I believe you can see my screen. Miss Abigail, Miss Nora, any of you people, any of you should please read what's on the screen for us so that we can explain and move.
Okay, so a data is a collection of facts and figures. It can be, sorry, I'm still getting used to this. Let me see. Okay, yes. Okay, so data is a collection. Data in its simplest form is a collection of facts and figures. It can be anything from numbers and measurements to text, images, or audio recordings.
Okay,
Data becomes information when it is analyzed and given context, allowing for informed decision making.
thank you so much. You read well. So that's what data is. Thank you. I think that's self-explanatory. Data is just a collection of facts and figures. Anything at all, facts, figures. And data is very important to us in data analysis. The reason why we have to look at the meaning of data is because we just want to re-echo the fact that data is a collection of facts and figures, raw fact that has not been processed. And I've said earlier that data is very, very important for us in data analysis. And the reason is because it's the data we have on ground that we're able to make useful and gainful information. If we have a wrong data, it's going to affect the organization we are working with. It's going to affect the company we are working or the industry we are working in, because we give output based on the data we have had. We give out output based on the data we have had. And if our information that we got from the data and the decision we took is not in line with what is going on currently, it means that the organization has chances of shutting down or running down as a result of wrong data that led to wrong information, that led to wrong decision making. So they said here that raw facts and figures, yeah, unorganized and meaningless. Yeah, data is unorganized, it's meaningless. Becomes information through analysis. Good. Like us to note that data becomes information through analysis. Data becomes information through analysis. Um, just to also explain a little more further, data becomes information through analysis. It's just the same way I was making using example of the store, a cooking store, for instance. The kind of goods you have within your store, they give you information of the kind of meal you are going to cook at the moment. And if you want to cook rice, for instance, and you go to the store, you discover that rice is not available, you won't be able to cook rice again. Or you found beans. The only way you can get your rice cooked is by purchasing rice and then going ahead to cook it, which means at that moment, the data we had at that moment affected the result we got by not cooking rice, but then ending up cooking beans because that was what was available in the cooking store. Now, data is very key to us, and so we are very data is very precious to us in data analysis. We don't like data to be used anyhow and to be misused. So now the next question is, what is data monging, data wrangling, and data cleaning? Nora, are you still in class? Nora, are you still in class? Is Nora still in class?
Sorry, sir. I meant to do something for my parents.
Okay, I'm about um I'm going to search something over here and I would like you to read it for us. Please, can you read what is on the screen? What I just typed. What you can see. Nora, please read it out for us. Nora, we're waiting for you, please. Read what's on the screen. You see in class.
Sir, sorry, the screen is not displaying it. So I'm trying to.
Okay. Somto, you are welcome to class.
Uh,
Mr. Somto, you are welcome to class. Oh, he's having network issues. Okay, if you're having challenge, then I think let's just continue. Let's just continue. Now,
okay,
data
sir.
mongering is also known as data wrangling. It's a process of cleaning, transforming, and preparing data for analysis or other use. I, I read again. Data mongering, also known as data wrangling, is a process of cleaning, transforming, and preparing data for analysis or other use. It involves converting raw data into more usable format by handling inconsistencies, removing irrelevant information, and standardizing data types. So, so now, remember we just finished talking about what data was. So we are moving a step ahead to a concept known as data monging. If you are writing, I'd like you to know that data monging is the same thing with data wrangling and also known as data cleaning. Data cleaning is equals to data wrangling and still equals to data monging. These are some of the key concepts we need to know before we dive completely into Python data analysis, and we start with our coding and trusting that we should be able to start that in earnest. But we have to look at this key concept in programming before we proceed. So the whole aim about data mongling is to clean, transform, and prepare data for analysis. Now, how is this done? It's done by removing inconsistencies or removing irrelevant information. That is, information that are not useful. For instance, okay, I'm going to throw this as a question, and I would like one of us to respond to answer me with a response. For instance, if I'm taking the scores of students in first semester, which of these or which among the following is going to be an irrelevant column among the data that I will most likely collect? Remember, we are talking about scores of students here, scores of students in an exam. First, I take the score, I take the name of student, I take the course, name of student, I take the score of student, I take the age of student, and I take the height of student. So I repeat that again. It's a question. One of us is going to answer for us. You can either type in the comment section or you can say it out. For those who are not yet familiar with this environment, the first one is a mic, the second one is a video, the third one is where you share your screen, then the fourth one under here, okay, you is where you can open a chat and there you speak. So my question again, which among the following is an irrelevant column in calculating or in collecting a data of student? The first column is name of student. Is name of course. The third column is student score. The fourth is age of student, and the fifth is the height of student. So, can we please answer? Someone should answer that question.
I
Oh,
think it would be
the
the
age and the
age
height
and
is
height.
irrelevant.
So,
The age
age
and the
and
height.
height. All right, awesome, good. So everybody got it. That's awesome. So now that's what I want us to understand, that it's important that data should be mongled or should be wrangled or should be cleaned. Any of the terms that you choose to use are still correct. The three terms, they say the same thing. It's important that that should be done, because in this useful to us anymore. They are not useful. The aim here is the cause. And why do we say the name is important? Can somebody please answer the question? Why do we say the name is important?
The name is important because you need to identify which student has which score.
Good, good. Exactly what I was going to say. We need to identify which student have which score. So it's important that the name of each student be there. The course should be there. The course is going to be telling us the course and the score, all those days. I believe if you understood that carefully, we are going to move into the next thing. Okay, the next question or the next thing we're going to be considering is we are going to be considering what Python is. From here, we have started a little more, going deeper. What is Python? What is Python? Let's check so that we'll learn together. What is Python? Please just give me a second. All right. We flow through programming language known for its readability and while it is widely used in various fields, including data science, web development, and software engineering. Python, that's what Python is. Python is a high level programming language. And I would like us to also know that there are low level programming language, there are high level programming languages, and Python is a high level programming language. Now, just to widen more about our understanding, would just like to type what is also a high level language. A high level programming language is designed to be easily understood and written by humans, abstracting away many low level details of how a computer works. Now, the reason why I decided that we should check the meaning of high level programming language, because I want to use it to explain um, the meaning of Python. You know, when we're taking the meaning of Python, we're told that Python is a high level programming language. It's known for its readability and versatility. Now, Python is very useful and it's a good programming language. Being a high level programming language is easily understood by humans and written by humans, and it removes a lot of abstractions away, in, like unlike its counterparts, the low level programming language, it removes many abstractions away. So we can easily write in Python programming language. We can easily also easily understand. Let's look at some key characteristics about Python. Python code is executed line by line, making it easier to debug and develop. Yes, this is going to be more practical when we start we start our when we start doing the coding. Let me practicalize that. Let me practicalize that for us to see why it's still loading. The environment is loading. Let me explain the second one. It's a high level language. I've already explained that being a high level language, it means that it is designed to be human readable, similar to English, making it easier for beginners to learn. Yes. Then dynamic typing, variable types are determined during runtime, which allows for flexibility for flexible coding. So that's what Python is. I wanted to demonstrate this first one. Python code is executed line by line, making it easier to debug. I remember, and I'll be able to do this more when we start Python programming language and we start coding properly. The next thing we're going to look at is why, how is it that Python is better than other analysis models? Why is Python different from, or why is it better than other programming languages? Let's check that too. Why is Python? Well, I think I don't need to really check it, but from what I've explained before, Abigail, can you give me an answer to that? For what I've explained before, what do you, or why do you think that Python is better than other programming languages?
Well, from what you said it can be easily understood and is usually written line by line.
Oh, good. Thank you for the answer. I think that's the answer. Even though Python is better than many other programming languages, and because number one, it's a high level programming language. Okay, if you read what they wrote here, we say Python is often preferred to other languages due to its readability, versatility, extensive libraries, strong community support, and cross-platform compatibility. Um, Python is easily readable by humans. Being a high-level programming language is easily readable and it's versatile. It has a lot of, it can connect to different libraries. We can import different libraries during in Python, and then it supports a lot of strong community support. It has different cross-platform compatibility. That is, we can code Python either on Google Colab, we can code it on other IDEs such as VS Code, that's integrated development environment. We can code it on different integrated development environments such as VS Code, PyCharm, Google Colab, and many others. So that is what Python. That's why Python is better than others. And so we're going to be using Python. We're going to be coding with Python programming language because of our training. So the next thing is install Anaconda and Jupyter Notebook. Install Anaconda and Jupyter Notebook. So I'm going to share my screen again. I'll share my screen again, and I'll do a little introduction to other IDEs that can possibly be used for coding. So just give me a second. Let me share my screen again. Just give me a second, please. Can you see my screen? So this VS Code, Visual Studio Code, is also is an environment where you can also code Python. When you install your VS Code, these are the other libraries which you can install, and you go ahead to code on it. But what we're going to be using for our class or for our Python for data analysis, we're going to be using Google Colab. We're going to be using Google Colab. Let me share my screen to Google Colab. We're going to be using Google Colab. So this is Google Colab. Now, this is Google Colab, and why do we want to use Google Colab? Google Colab is easy to use and it doesn't take space like VS Code. VS Code, that's Visual Studio Code. Once you download it, like if your laptop doesn't have more space like that, immediately you download it, it already starts misbehaving. Then there are a lot of other libraries you still have to download under VS Code. So you need good space. But the only one of the advantages is the fact that it can be used offline. If not, Google Colab is very versatile, just as VS Code. And then Google Colab, everything you are doing is going to be saved on your email. It's going to be saved to your Google Drive, rather. It's going to be saved to your Google Drive. So anytime, any day, anywhere, once you have internet connection, you will be able to access your work without stress. So this is environment Google Colab. Here we have files. We have files over there. Before I continue to explain the environment around Google Colab, we also have other integrated development environments. Integrated development environments, they are, let me say, are there applications or software that enables us to carry out data analysis, visualization, and to carry out data analysis, analyze data. We use them to analyze data. We use them to code. So we have different. We have spoken already about VS Code. I showed you. We have PyCharm. We have Google Colab, and different things like that. So good. So this is our environment in Google Colab. How do I access Google Colab? You just need to go, you just need to click anywhere around. Let me do that again. Um, just need to click, yeah, you just need to go to a new tab. For instance, let me open a new tab. This is a new tab. You just type Google Colab. So this is Google Colab. You open Google Colab. When you come here, you open a new notebook. It's in your new notebook. You'll be able to, it's in your new notebook that you are going to be coding. So you open a new notebook. So this how we got to Google Colab. So here, if you can read, see what is written here. It's written on title 6, and I would like to name it. Let's say introduction introduction to Python syntax. Python cohort 6, cohort 4 rather. So here you can rename. When we are giving you assignments or a project or anything, maybe during your study sessions, anytime you open it, you can rename it as anything you want so that you can easily go around it and you can easily remember it, because you'll be doing a lot of work here. So it will be good for you to name them differently so that when you come back, you'll be able to remember the previous ones. So under here we have files. We have locate in Drive, open in Playground Move, new notebook in Drive, open notebook. There's, I think this one will open a notebook. For this one, you upload a notebook, something you have worked on before. Rename is to rename this. So these are easy to work with. Save a copy in Drive. So this is where one of the places that you can save your work in your Google Drive. And then over here, usually when we give you either assignment work or project work, we are going to ask you to download it and submit in this format. This IPYNB. This is the format we like. Submit your work in this format, and you come under the files. So under files, you go to download, and you find it here. I want to take this little time to just go through this environment before we start using it carefully, properly. So here, if you want to write a code, you click here, you just write a code. Let's say we'll be talking more on that later. A second, please. All right, sorry. Let's continue. I was trying to explain the environment around here. So this is the environment. I want to write a code. For instance, let me just to write a code and run it so that we see. This is score equals to 25. Alright, so if you want to write a code, that's how you write the code there. It's going to run. Then if you want to write a text, Okay, it's still running. Um, Maybe it's network issues or stuff like that. All right, it has run. Once you see this green tick, it means what you did is correct. So I would like to let me just do something different that wouldn't be correct. We are going to talk more on that later. As we start, we'll talk more on that. I just want to give an example. Let's say 87. So this was an invalid. You say invalid syntax. Maybe you meant stuff. So it showed an error. Showed an error. I'm going to explain all of this later. I just want to show you an example of how if your code ran properly, it's going to tick green. But if it ran negatively, it's going to show it will show you syntax error or whatever the error is, it will show it down. So it indentation error or as the case may be. I believe we are all following. If you are following, write following in the comment section. Write following in the comment section so that I know that we are all following. If you are following, write following in the comment section. I'm waiting. Once I see one, I'll continue. Good. Thank you, Nora. All right. So this is where I stopped. So now if you want to write a text, these two I will explain it more detail when we come fully to it. I just want to introduce us to this environment before we go deep into it. If you want to write a text, chance the these are the scores of uh, all the students in the class. Good. So now, once you write that, it has come and then that's it. Look at this what you typed. In case you write something and you want to go and maybe change it or edit it, you just come here and double click. It will open up again. You double click. And if you want to delete a column that you had, that you open maybe a new tab, or let me just use a new tab. You open a new coding session and you want to delete it, you just have to come here. You delete it. Here we have mirror cells in tab. Most of this we may not be using it, but as the need be, you will.
Sepio, I think Abigail want to ask question, okay?
Okay, sorry, I was over there. So Abigail, let me
Sorry,
hear your question.
sorry, yeah, I had to raise up my. Can you hear me? I'm raising up my hand because I couldn't see your screen. I didn't know what to touch. I've been battling it in the last 3 minutes, but I've gotten it now. So I missed out on the last thing you were saying. Hello, sir.
Okay. Can you see the screen now?
Yes, I can see the screen now. I didn't know how to navigate to see the screen, but I can
Okay.
now. So what you
All right.
said the last time, I didn't really get
Okay.
it.
No problem. Let me just go back and explain it quickly.
Thank you, sir.
So, yeah, I was first of all I explained how to get to this environment, and I just said you just need to go. If you're using Google as Google search engine, you just type Google Colab. You just type Google Colab. Google Colab. Let me do that quickly. I won't waste much time. Just type Google Colab. Then you just open the first one, Google Colab. Then you open a new notebook. Open a new notebook. So it's in the new notebook that you have this environment. This is where we are. So back to the one I was working on. So I said, first of all, I said in this new notebook, you are going to see this, untitled this. So you have to rename it. to suit the work you are doing at that point in time. So for instance, there are different ways of renaming it. You can either double click here and highlight everything, or you come under files. So if you come under files, you see rename somewhere here. This is rename. So it comes to this place, and yet you still have to highlight anyways. Then you may type cohort 6, cohort 4. I'm always saying 6. So now that's how we renamed it. So let me go back to this class. All right, so I was trying to do some explanation here. For this one, the one I was doing before, I named it as Introduction to Python Cohort 4. So this is under files. If you come here, you can see different things. When we give you project work, you are expected to download them in this form. This first one, IPYNB. This is the form that you're going to download it, and you submit either the project work or any of the assignments that will be given to you. There are different things here. Here, I remember I said that Google Colab is going to save most of your work on your Google Drive. So this is save a copy in Drive. You save that, and even if you want to print your work on a hard copy, you can print it here. All of these are the flexibilities of Google Colab. Edit. Uh, we have under edit here, we have select all cells and different stuff. As you are working with the environment, you will get more familiar with them. View and all of these. This one I would like us to look at it a little bit more. So this is run or this run or is going to run all the cells. It's going to run all the cells. Meanwhile, run before is going to run the cells before a particular time. Run the focused cell is the one that is active. Run selection, you select a particular cells for them to run. So I'll just do one of them and we'll see. So let me write something here. School name. School equals to okay. Other NCCI is not defined. Okay. I will explain all of those later. I would just want to give us an example on that. Let's see, use scope. Good.
Hello, Instructor Savior.
Sir?
Okay, I think it's almost time, and I want to pass an information to Isaiah Shaibu and Isaiah. I want you to speak. Please, you're coming late to class. I think we don't accept that, okay? Shaibu.
Sir, please, can I speak?
Yes, you can speak. I see you're coming to class late. We don't accept it, okay?
But I'm very sorry. Like the time difference. I thought it was like the same 8 o'clock here in Ghana. So I just missed it. I'm very sorry.
Okay. No problem. Nora.
Yes, sir.
Nora, please, the time for coming, I don't accept it. You should try to come on time, okay? Before the class.
Yes, sir.
So, instructors, Savior, I think we can round up the class now. It has been a while for this. I want to sincerely appreciate those who attended the class. And in no distant time, we are going to filter the class so that we can remove the inactive student, okay? And I I welcome you guys to this introduction to Python programming. I believe this class has really helped you a lot. So I would like to hear from Abigail.
All right, sir. Yeah, so I am enjoying the class because I like the speed at which our instructor is going. He's taking it one at a time, and I'm really following. I'm new to all these things, so but I'm following, and I'm happy.
Right.
Good,
That's awesome.
good, good. That is why we are bringing it from the foundation, which is what our instructor just did. We are bringing it for the